Another clear indicator is what is happening to people like myself, the people demonstrating the product. So if someone is selling online, showing the customer what this product does and how it sounds can be time consuming for them, because not all of them are doing demos. So sometimes they send the product to people that they want to work with so that those people can do a very good product demonstration that gives you an indication that this might be for you or it might not. Obviously, the old model, which is I present the model that I got, the pedal, and I'm telling you that it's a blah, blah, blah. I'm trying to be subtle because I don't want to tell you directly what the circuit is. It's based on a green drive or a rodent style overdrive or whatever bullshit we use to not say it's another clone of this particular circuit. And then I tell you what a tone does and what a drive knob does and what the volume does. That shit is stupid. It's redundant. People are not like completely green when it comes to pedals. They understand what the buttons mean. If the buttons do anything that is not clear, like they called the overdrive girth and they called tone nasal or some like weird verbiage like that, then maybe you need to explain what it is. Otherwise, you say what your gear is. You do the typical Andy demo thing where you say, this is my clean tone. And then you get into it. You show the settings and that's it. But typically, those kind of demos, what happens is that if we're being honest, I want to buy the pedal that right now is being sold at my local music store. Or maybe it's on the used market in my local classified ads. And I'm like, do I need this? I do a quick search on YouTube. I listen to like 30 seconds of one video. I don't like that. I go to the next one. And then I get that one person that does what I want to hear. And I'm like, cool. I was in there for 30 seconds. I bailed the out. I'm gone. That's what happens through our channels, is that they become a reference point. But if we make a 15-minute long video and the person is on an impulse buy, they don't listen to the whole video. They listen to a section and then they get out. And that becomes kind of the model of the whole GearTube, is you make the thing, people get a sense of what the pedal can do, and they bail out. So what I'm saying to you is that this old format that used to work, people are fed up with it. So there's already a lack of interest in that format. This means that we have to be smarter as content creators. What I think is going to happen is you're going to see your favorite YouTubers coming to the same realization. Either they're going to adapt or they're not. And if they don't, perhaps they can live with what they have and survive in that way. Or maybe eventually they're going to feel the same way I've been feeling for months now, which is, why am I even doing this? Like, why do I put myself through this? No one's watching. No one gives a shit. No one's subscribing. So why torture myself? I'm just trying to imagine a music store going through the same thing. Like, I'm trying to sell. I'm not making money. People are coming in, buying stuff. But once they bought the thing, I have just as many debts waiting for me, and I'm not seeing as much profit as I used to. Why am I doing this? So there's a lot of us in this whole industry that have to adapt or suffer the consequences. So what does it all mean? We have companies that have to shut down their operation, mom and pop stores that are going out of business, YouTubers who inevitably are suffering burnout because what they've been doing forever doesn't work anymore. There's a change happening. The leading companies are adapting in a way that some people might not be happy with, but it is what it is. You can't really force these companies to just keep making the same thing if that is not sufficing for them anymore. We can do better in terms of content creation. I'm hoping to do that. So this is a podcast format where I get to just shoot the shit for however long the video is. I don't have real constraint because I just have key topics I want to talk about. I'm looking for your opinion, and maybe you have a different lens that you're looking at this through. And in the comments, we get to talk. So if you leave a comment on this video, for sure, I'm going to be responding to it. If we look at it from this perspective, there's a net positive, in my opinion, where companies want to adapt. YouTubers are going to have to adapt. And you as a consumer are going, okay, the old model was cool, but times are changing rapidly. There's so many things happening all at once right now. If we just pretend that we're still in 2020 when things are quite different, all of us who can't adapt are going to become irrelevant. Here's what's next for this channel. I mentioned it in the previous video, but I do intend to do live streams because over here I'm just talking. You're just listening to me talk. Whether it's interesting or not, I don't know. But in a live stream, I get to do this, but at the same time, you get to ask me questions. And I've been pondering how to do the whole gear video thing for a few weeks now. What I'm coming to the conclusion is that maybe live streams would be a cool way to do demos. So let's say, I don't know, I have a topic like the Vox AC15 with the 5 best overdrive. I'm just shooting, for like a concept here. So I could have the 5 pedals, have a camera pointing down at the pedals. I'm showing you what they can do. And then you can say, hey, the hotcake is cool, but what does it sound like when you crank up the distortion all the way? Let's try it, right? So then the demo becomes interactive. Now you're trying the hotcake with a, let's say, a normal humbucker, like a PAF. What does it sound like with a, I don't know, EMG active pickup, or maybe like some kind of down tune 7-string or something like that? I don't have any of that gear yet, but let's say you were asking someone like that. Then I could say, cool, I'll go grab a guitar that's close to that. Let's see what it sounds like, or let's hear what it sounds like. Interaction we would have in a format like that. I wouldn't be deciding the direction of the whole video. Maybe some questions would lead down to like some new rabbit hole we haven't thought of before. That's the concept that I'm kind of working on right now. I think that might be more interesting than the typical demo. So if I have something really interesting, if you're subscribed to the channel and I do a community post, then I'm going to ask questions like, hey, I'm thinking about doing this idea for the live stream. What do you think? You can already start to give me ideas on what you want out of that live stream. So whether it's the 5 reasons why you don't like fuzz and how I'm going to change your opinion about it, I could have fuzz and maybe you're like, do you have this other kind of fuzz? I heard about it and maybe I do. And I'll go grab it and I'll put it on the board and go from there. The idea is just to make the demos more fun. And I'm thinking live streams might be a way to do that.